part, guys. Now that we are going to review a grade 2, already in the trivia, some of you mentioned it. It's a great tool so that can help us to be ready in case you meet the employee of your dreams in an elevator, in a party, and you want to rock it. So let's go through the elevator pitch, okay? The main objective of this tool is to communicate your value as a professional. But we must say that the challenge is to do it under 2 minutes. Okay, that's the biggest challenge to masterize the elevator pitch and on how to communicate your value as a professional. But hey, let's look out for the structure that can help us regarding on the how to make a good elevator pitch. Okay, so the first it would be the objective. Okay, let's talk about what you know. This is the first part of the elevator pitch. So for an example, as myself, I can begin the phrase as talking about if I am a professional, if I am an expert, or if I'm an specialist dedicated, for an example, to the field of human resources with experience in the whole process of management. So if you are a recent college graduate, we know that it could be sometimes difficult to say that you are an expert or a specialist. But if you do not currently have like specific professional experience, you can mention that you are a professional and name the type of degree or study you are pursuing. Okay. I think the most important part here is to remember and mention what you know.
Hmm. So
Okay.
your objective in that first statement or in that first statement and in the whole elevator pitch is to be
Yeah.
remembered. You want that person to go out of the elevator or the party, the event, whatever, and remember you and your name and what you know. So the first part, as Bianca said, is what do you know? Okay. And the
Okay.
second part,
The second part, guys, is the content. It should be the relevant information to the other person that specifically goes on achievement. Remember the achievement, what you've been able to reach out. It could be a goal or initiative. Let's give you an example as myself too. I've been able to recruit the best talent in the market, showing results in 1 month. Let's say another example. It could be if you're also an student, it could be something that you have done or achieved during your career or your studies. Like for example, like if you develop a web page, meaning you have a lot of potential even being a student. So the next part of the elevator pitch and in the statement should be what you've been able to reach or a goal. Okay. And the next part on the statement, before going to the call to action, it should be if you have a specific method or formula to reach and on how you reach out that goal. Okay. Let me give you an example. My method is to identify different channels in which these profiles can be identified and perform a more specialized search. It could be also my method it would be balancing my time. Another example could be my formula is to make some prioritization on different tasks. So what is important here is on how you reach that goal. If you use a specific method on yourself to reach that goal. Okay? And The last part, and it's important, it's the call to action, because it's used to follow up the conversation and sometimes to get contact on the next meeting for the person you are presenting. So an example of this call to action could be, if I'm talking about that I recruit the best profiles in the market, it could be, so what channels or platform do you use in your company to search and identify the best talent? Another example, talking about the web page, it could be, what is the best way to optimize the website and generate more visibility in your company as well? So here, the important thing is as doing a call to action, a clear call to action that make impact, so that you can engage the person you're talking to or presenting to, so you can reach out for a follow-up conversation and at least get some contact details as well.
Mm.
Okay.
So
So
yes, those are the different parts of an elevator pitch, and all of that information needs to be delivered in under 2 minutes. So that's actually the challenge there. You need to be remembered, you need to be relevant, and you need to get a follow-up conversation in under 2 minutes, meaning don't leave that encounter without getting a call to action, without getting a meeting or another conversation, and so on. So actually, Bianca, I have a funny story about this elevator pitch, because when I was new in my work, so I had just graduated and I started working as like a training assistant, and I really did run into the CEO of the company in the elevator. So he says to me, because this was on a business trip, I ran into him in the elevator and he says, "Oh, I recognize you. You're the new one in the training department. So what brings you here?" And I was so flustered. All I could say was training. And that was it. That, that was it. That was my chance to get to know him, to talk about what we were doing, the exciting things we were doing in the training department, maybe get his opinion. But all I could say was training.
same.
And the bell rang and he left the elevator, and that was it. So I had to find other ways to talk to the CEO later. But basically, you don't want that to happen to you. Sometimes opportunity only happens once. If you find the person, like a person working in the dream company that you are really running for, then you need to know what to say and how to introduce yourself, how to present yourself. Okay, so with these steps of the elevator pitch, let's practice, right, Bianca? Let's see.
Yes. Actually, what we're trying to do in this moment right now, we know that sometimes it could be a nervous situation. We also know that the structure could be, a little complicated or hard, to remember. But what we really want to is to get you guys to practice here. This is a safe environment. As Mia just was saying, she already have her experience. I also have mine before, masterizing the whole elevator pitch structure. But what we could use this moment to practice a bit. So don't be shy, guys. It's better to practice here, and take advantage as the experience of Mia and my experience as well. So later you will have, the opportunity to put it in live with other companies at this career fair that Georgia is, GBSB doing. So I don't know, maybe we can choose one versions of and practice a little bit, Mia. What do you think?
Yes, use this as your training ground. So would anybody like to volunteer to try out your elevator pitch? So raise your hand. We will ask you to do your elevator pitch and we will give you feedback so that you can use it when you meet different companies or different potential employers.
Yeah.
Okay, any volunteers, raise your hand. Don't worry. This is really, we're here to learn. It's not supposed to be perfect. It's not supposed to be like a wow right away. So,
Exactly. It's just at least to, integrate and how you can say it when you're at that moment as well. So practice.
anyone? Okay, if you don't volunteer, I will I will call random people. Still no volunteers. Okay. Carlo, may I ask you? Sorry to put you on the spot, but just a quick like elevator pitch. How would you present yourself to a like a CEO that you run into in the elevator?
It would just be like an introduction or
Yeah, an introduction where your objective is for him to remember you and maybe agree to a conversation with you after.
I mean, if he would just ask who I am, I mean, I would obviously tell him that I'm new to the place, but for sure he will remember my face. I mean, I will show him the results the company needs, nothing more. I mean, I'm not a person that likes to talk much, but I like to show my results and present like my talking with my results. But if there's something to say, I will say just that. I'm a new starter, but I might take his place one day. So
Wow. Wow.
Oh,
That's really making an impact. So
yeah.
I don't know if he would take it in a good way, but I'm just telling him who I am.
yeah, I mean, if that CEO has a growth mindset and is really interested in talent development, he should be happy that someone, a new starter in the company, says that I'm new here, but one day I want to be the CEO. I want to take your place. Okay. So that is a good impact statement, but also add some details like what have you done so far, what brought you here to this company, what are some of your plans, so that your statement of wanting to take his place someday has meat, like it there's something really behind it, right? So then he will really remember you.
I mean, I'm into football, so I don't know what I can say. So yeah, but
Okay.
advice.
All right, Carlo, thank you. Would anybody else like to try their elevator pitch? May I ask, um, let me ask Haiba.
Hello.
Hi. Hi,
Hi,
Haiba.
hi, Papa.
You put me on the spot.
Yes, but don't worry, we're all here to learn from each other. So pretend that
Yeah, I mean,
that
I don't have a professional experience
it's
yet.
okay. It's completely okay. Let's prepare because one of these days you could meet like an HR manager or a recruiter or a CEO at an event, or that person is a guest speaker somewhere and you approach that person. So let's pretend that it's me. Okay. How would you present yourself to me in under 2 minutes?
I mean, I would be a little bit direct. Just present
Mhm.
myself, my name, where I came from, what I'm doing here. Um, saying like, showing a little bit of confidence, but not too much.
Yeah. So pretend it's me and you're talking to me. Hi, I'm Haiba, etc.
I would
So
just say, hi, I'm Haiba. I'm from Morocco. But sorry to ask, like, am I presenting myself as as someone who's working there, or I'm just meeting them like this,
you're just
or
meeting,
just met them randomly?
you just met me, and you want to work in my company.
Oh, I would just say like, hi, I'm Hiba. I'm from Morocco. Um, I'm going to start a new experience, and I saw the opportunity in your company, and I think I'm the right fit to make things work.
Mhm.
So you should hire me.
Okay, good. Very confident statement. But you
Yes.
should include the part that Bianca mentioned earlier about what is your field of study.
Yes.
So yeah, what are you studying, and in what department are you interested in?
Mm.
Okay.
So remember those details. So you can say, "Hi, I'm Haiba," or is it Haiba or Hiba?
It's Hiba, but sometimes people can't pronounce the H, so they just say Hiba.
Oh, okay, Hiba. So
But if you
that's
can
Okay.
pronounce it, Hiba.
yes, Hiba. Okay, so I'm Hiba. I'm from Morocco. I just graduated from, let's say, marketing. I just graduated from a degree in marketing, and I'm really interested in your marketing department because I heard that you're doing some really great things. I saw some of your campaigns in the streets. I saw some of your ads. It's amazing. I'm really interested, and I would love to be part of your team. So you're making me feel like you have paid attention to the efforts of the company. It's not just, hi, I want to work in your company, because maybe 200 other people would tell me the same thing, right? But find something to differentiate yourself. So if you know about their campaigns, you know about their programs, or you have questions, then use that to get my attention. Okay, is that helpful, Hiba?
Yeah, totally. Thank you. It's much better than what I said.
Okay, so that's why we are practicing, so that when that opportunity comes, you are ready. Okay, anything
Yeah.
Okay.
else?
Maybe there's someone else who wants to practice.
Yes, take advantage. Let's practice.
Okay, maybe I can try my.
Okay, sure,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, definitely.
Omar.
Hi, my name is Omar. I'm a graduate of Business Administration and Digital Innovation. Actually, recently I've been watching the industry closely and I'm impressed with the work your company did in the last couple months. And I would love to join the marketing team to help improve the reach of the company even further, and maybe gain or tap into untapped markets in the
Mm,
Middle East.
Mm.
fantastic. So that one is a very strong statement. So thank you for that,
Yes.
Omar. I really like that you incorporated that suggestion of, like, you've been taking notice of the things the company is doing. Maybe you could
Yes.
add some detail there. Like, what in
Mm.
particular did you notice? What specific initiative did you find interesting? So that it's not a general statement. But yes, that
Yeah.
one is
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's actually hard to do
Invent.
without information. So it's a vague statement. So that's
Yes.
Yes.
So in
But
the
also, yeah, but also, Mar, maybe you can use this call to action we mentioned, as Mia was saying. Maybe it could be a call to action to ask them what they do, no, regarding this specific subject, so you can get an answer of more information as well from their part too. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a great tip. So in case you don't know something
Mm-hmm.
about the company ahead, let's say, then take the opportunity to ask. So you can say,
Exactly.
I'm a recent graduate of digital management, and I'm really curious. What are some of your efforts in the company now? Da, da, da. So that they also talk to you, and then you use
Exactly.
that as an opportunity to share your inputs and contributions.
that's very clever. Yeah. Okay.
Mm,
Mm.
okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much to our very brave participants. Thank you, Carlo. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Omar. So for the rest
Thank.
of you, you guys have to practice with a mirror. and
Yes.
or record yourselves, because honestly, I'm telling you that day will come that you meet important people at an event, and you need to be ready.
Yeah, I know Georgia is going to share this presentation as well. So you can have the information about the structure, and that could help you, to sit down and review it and maybe write it down. It can help you write down the phrases, taking into account the structure we already shared with you. So it will be helpful at the time to get practice as well. At least you get something to start with, and keep just practicing. The elevator pitch is something that it's alive, and it also, would change depending on the person you want to, or if you change, you already study a degree and now you have more experience, professional experience. So don't be shy, or don't think that it's gonna be always wrong. It's about just practicing and, remembering the structure, that it's really simple, and it will get you to that opportunity as well, so you can rock it. Okay, so maybe let's go through the other workshop. We're gonna start our next part of the training. So let's review about LinkedIn. How many of you know this tool? That this is a really famous platform throughout the years. I'm seeing a thumbs up as a Katerina.
Yeah.
So probably there's people that knows a little bit more about this platform. So over 75% of companies researching candidates, and 90% of recruiters use this LinkedIn platform as a recruiting tool. I must say that it's the most important tool I use within my team today to recruit the profiles in the startup I'm working at. So if you don't have LinkedIn, we invite you to open yourself a profile. There's also 80% of recruiters that have hired somebody through LinkedIn. So a strong LinkedIn presence can help you increase your personal brand visibility even in Google searches. Okay, so let's go through LinkedIn. LinkedIn, as we already mentioned, it's a personal billboard, guys, just as the photo here. So how you would design it for your own personal billboard? What do you want to put there? No, Mia?
Yes, and if that billboard, that let's say in a freeway, in a highway somewhere, attracts a lot of views because people driving by can see it. In the same way, your LinkedIn is like that, because you are online. Everybody who goes to your profile can see you. So it's important for you to think of it as your personal billboard and use it, because that's like free advertising for yourself in order to get noticed by the companies that you want or the jobs that you want. So, how would you design your own personal billboard, which is your LinkedIn profile?
And not only for the companies to get to notice your profile, guys, but also different kinds of contacts. Okay, because there's also a company pages, but also you have people who work for those company. Actually, people from the human resources area, or people from the specific area that you're applying. So it's like, overall, as Mia was saying, your personal billboard. So let's see what are the important things a good LinkedIn profile has. Okay. First of all, we must say that the URL should be personalized. I know it's not exactly on the page, but remember that URL, it should be at least your name, personalized by your name. Okay. So the first thing also is a background chosen and uploaded. Okay, your headline should be clear, should be easy to find. And if you want to upload a picture, probably we suggest to upload a clean picture and probably should be something that relates to your degree, your career, you know, things that you like to get highlighted on your overall skills, you know. So also, well, the photo, you know, must be professional and clean regarding the background as well. I know in the difference from the CV, we suggest to use a professional photo here. At least we can see your face. And for an optimal look, we also suggest like, you know, clear and clean backgrounds, whites, you know, nudes backgrounds are better to use it in the photo background. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Please don't use a cropped photo of yourself at your cousin's wedding. Like, I actually see that there are people,
yeah.
they're part of
Yeah.
a group and they crop themselves because they look good in that photo, but it doesn't look professional. And remember, in LinkedIn, you want to look as capable as possible, as professional as possible, so that you get more views related to the job that you want.
Okay, yeah. So other part is the keywords you use on your headline. Remember those keywords are used for optimized search. So please select the keywords that really relate to your careers, to your studies, you know, the areas you want to look for or that you're applying for, because those are the keywords most of the recruiters use when they do the search, you know, or the hunting of the profiles. So if you want to be shows your profile on the top of the LinkedIn, look out for those keywords, specific keywords, okay? And the other part that is really important is the section about yourself, you know. We suggest use a natural conversational tone that evokes credibility. And what always we suggest is that you can also include here your elevator pitch. Your elevator pitch is a really great statement that also talks about what you do, your method, your achievements. So it's a really great structure and statement. So you can include it here in the about part. Okay. Let's see the other two parts. We also have now in LinkedIn and in the profile, you can highlight your post, and if it's related to your achievements or your goals, if you have like a link, or if you highlight an investigation that you do, this is a part you can feature it. And so people, when they get to your profile as well, they can notice and get to know a little bit more about what you do. Okay. And also taking into account your activity. You know, your activity could be also important, because some of the recruiters, if you don't have anything on the feature, they would see maybe sometimes your activity, if you post, if you comment on companies postings or in other profiles you want to connect, if you share some articles, all of that shares parts of your story and your things that you like or things of your degree and your career. So taking into account and be consistent on this consistent activity. Remember, guys, that everything reflects your personal brand. You know, we talked already that some people believe that their LinkedIn is, you know, like just the online version of their CV, but it's a lot more, you know. It's supposed to be alive, and you can use it to network, to connect with other companies and other people's regarding the companies that you are applying. So it's also for communicate your overall value as a professional or as a student. So really take advantage of it. Okay, it's really a live platform as well. So ask yourself always this question: if a stranger were to look at your profile, would they understand immediately what do you do or what you're capable of? I think that's a really interesting question to ask yourself regarding your LinkedIn and also your CV. Okay.
Before we move on to the next part, Bianca, I'd like to talk a little bit about personal brand.
Mm,
We encounter also a lot of people who think, oh, I don't really need a personal brand. Maybe a personal brand is something that celebrities use or like very famous business people or CEO types. So actually, we all already have a personal brand, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, you already carry a personal brand with you. That is your work reputation. That is what people tell us or what people say about you when you are not present. Um,
mhm.
it is basically what you're known for as a professional. That is
Yeah,
your personal brand. And the best way for you to showcase that personal brand to reach as many people as possible is through your LinkedIn profile. So more and more
definitely.
companies, especially in the in the US and in Europe, are using LinkedIn mainly to recruit people. So
Exactly.
just as Bianca said, if as a complete stranger were to look at your profile, would they know immediately what you do, what you stand for, what sorts of things you enjoy? Are you communicating there your purpose, your objective, everything that we talked about earlier in the foundational stages of career development? It needs to be clear. It needs to be aligned there in your LinkedIn. Otherwise, you're just one of many like profiles there. So I find it such a waste when I ask for LinkedIn profiles of students, and I look at it and it's empty or there's barely any activity. So use the activity part, share articles that you find interesting from like the New York Times, from Forbes magazine and all of that, so that people know what you are interested in and what you stand for, as well as what you're looking for, what kind of roles would fit you. So,
Yes.
yeah, your LinkedIn is your main tool to communicate your personal brand.
Exactly. So as we already said, guys, take advantage of it. Definitely take advantage of this tool that most of companies are using for identifying profiles. Okay. So let's go through the last and final part of our workshop today, and it's networking. Okay. So most of the time, it is who you know that matters a lot. Okay, so a large percentage of jobs are filled, through referrals programs. Currently, I was sharing with Mia yesterday that currently in my company, at least 40% of the people that we recruit have come through referral programs. So it's really something that can help you get different opportunities. So networking, it's not a chore, it's not or a task that you do to get what you want and then that's it. It is an ongoing process every day with different persons, with different profiles, and with different companies as well to get the opportunity that you're looking for. So let's go through networking one on one, okay? We have two types of networking. Then the first one is in-person networking. Take stock of your personal network. Also, we suggest to attend always conferences, events just like this at GBSB Careers. Um, Event also to forums. We really suggest to meet people and exchange ideas. As we already spoke at the beginning, Mia was saying like it's really interesting when you get to get someone and talk about what you like, what did you do. That's something that engage people. So and make more opportunities. And also in the online networking, find people in the industry and companies, as we just mentioned. LinkedIn is a really great platform and also a really great tool to find people in several industries, around companies that you would like to apply. and also make contact and try to understand how's their job, what do they do on the position that you want to apply as well. We really suggest to be active, to be consistent. Sometimes you connect with people and you get you don't get an answer, sorry. But we really invite you to be consistent and also to attend online events and conference trainings as well. It gives you the opportunity to participate and to get and connect with more people as well. So right on, we have our next moment of the day, our last workshop. We're gonna have, 7 through 8 minutes, maybe a little bit more, depending on how you go. That we want to invite you to connect with other people in this online room. Okay. So now on, Mia and I invites you to open up your LinkedIn account. If you don't have LinkedIn as well, you can make one really fast. But the purpose of this moment is going to be connect with others people, but also connect within a reason. You want to connect with this person because maybe you discover you have something alike. Maybe you discover this person is studying a career that you're interested in, or maybe you discover the person you want to connect works for a company that you would like to apply someday. So there's always a reason why you're connect to certain people. So maybe you want to start talking about regarding your studies or your affinity. It doesn't depend on the quantity, but on what you want to connect and the why with the other persons. So we're gonna give you a few minutes to connect with the more people you can connect, and let us know later who you were able to connect with. It can be also Mia and I as well. Okay.
Yeah. So remember, on LinkedIn, the objective is not to have so many connections. Companies don't really care if you have 2,000 connections on LinkedIn, of course, but if you use your personal brand very well, you will end up having a lot of connections. So there needs to be, as Bianca said, a purpose to why you're connecting with people. So now we will give you actually 15 minutes.
Okay, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll give you 15 minutes to open your LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, you can quickly create one.
Yes.
Connect with each other, find each other on LinkedIn so you can see the names of the people who are here, right? On people and chat. And find a reason why. Yeah. Find a reason why you want to connect with this person. What do you want to talk to them about? So,
Yes.
Anara, to answer your question, there is no need to share your LinkedIn profile on the chat. Well, if you want to, like Eric, you can. But the idea is find each other. Try to find each other on LinkedIn because this is going to be most similar to the real experience of networking with other people. Um, so yeah, we'll give you 15 minutes, find connections amongst yourselves and start talking, start planning what it is that you want to pursue together. Okay? So our 15 minutes starts now.
Now. Okay.
For the nights of the northern lodges, there's a border road. No one slip slides or stop it. And the neighbor sleeping in a coffin with enough Keith who can really bore someone. Took a rat trap out to the aching. We were drinking all the ways to down. The door is wide open. Know what you're saying about us now. He's a legend. I'm a legend. And we both go tripping through the door. You know that we are northern now. Heard you promise me at the north end of monogamy. Cut them from Philly. Somewhere I heard you scream. For brothers' hearts, and the lives to life. The keys to a Cupid box. She won't let look back. It's how you look this time. So why don't you come in? It's something to be softening. And why are you so confident? We going on a cold ride. Where we're on the temper stumbling. Tossing up your company trial. Sexing up your parliament.
Last 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes more. Find each other, find us, and let's see what we can talk about. Okay, so my timer says the 15 minutes is up. All right, how did you do in your networking? How many people were able to make 10 new connections? Raise your hand. 10 new connections? Okay, let's go lower. What about 8 new connections in the 15 minutes? Raise your hand. Okay.
That's more
Safe.
people. Yeah.
5. How do I pronounce your name?
It's safe. You can call me safe.
Safe. Okay, safe. So how many were you able to connect with?
Around like 7. I can lie, not 8.
Around 7. Okay. And what sorts of things do you want to talk to them about? Or what purpose did you have for connecting with these 7 people? Sorry, safe. I think you're muted. He's still muted. Okay. So below 7, what about 5 new connections? Raise your hand. Okay, Aram. So you made 5 new connections. So is there a
Hello.
specific purpose?
Yeah, of course,
Hello?
there's a specific purpose. How are you? Oh, sorry, Safe. You can go on, Safe. I'm sorry. Let Safe go first because he was first.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, safe. So you were saying?
Uh, oh, sorry. No, Aram, you can speak. It's okay. Sorry. I just having a problem with my internet connection. Aram, you can speak.
You guys
Okay.
are very polite.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, hi, how are you? And thank you for the amazing meeting. I made the my account basically because I play football. I'm a professional football player, so it's mainly about like keeping in touch and contacting people from all around the world, seeing if maybe I can get better chances in anywhere. Because with football, it's a very like we play for 10, 15 years. At our best, we can go until 35, right? So I'm not trying to be limited. So that's why I do uni with it, and I'm focused so much with my university, and I want to have chances after football and on and off the field. So working with a lot of people, I can also, I don't know, maybe one day my dream is to open like a really good football academy and have superstars go out from it. But basically, that's why I did it. I want to get in touch with everything around the world regarding the business and the football industry.
Interesting.
Great.
Wow.
Great.
It's very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So sometimes you never know, making these connections, especially now we're all from we were it's you never know where these connections can take you. Maybe one of them will post something that interests you, and from there you can have conversations and broaden your horizons even beyond football, right?
Exactly. That's right. Because I think now that we're all connected, each one of us maybe is in a different country right now, but we're all connected through one click, literally from our phone or our laptop. So I thought maybe getting in contact with a lot of people around the world would be the best way possible to get in touch with them in different ways.
Yes, exactly. Very well thought out.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Wow. Aram, very
All
good.
right. So who else made around 5 connections? Anyone else other than Saif and Aram?
Hmm.
I know that there were 3 people who connected with me, Nayara, Ekaterina, and Amna. So thank you, Juan. That's one. Thank you for connecting. But I want to know what is it that you would like to talk to me about, because we said networking it has purpose, right? So what would you like to discuss with me in the future? So let's start with Nayara.
Hmm. Exactly, Georgia. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Georgia is pointing a really important fact, guys. As I mentioned it, the URL some ones are some big long. So ideally, the URL needs to have your name, your first name, and your last name, and it should be really short one, so the recruiters can look out for you really faster. Okay,
Yes.
and a clear one too as well.
Usually the links have that when you share it from laptop. Whenever you try to share it from the phone for some kind of reason, like it becomes super long, the link.
Long, yeah.
I don't know for which reason it happens like that.
What's important is that when you put it on your CV, it needs to be clean. So it needs to have only your first name and last name. So look at this example by Sarah that she placed on the chat. So it needs to look like that. There is a way to shorten the URL of your LinkedIn. I think Georgia has just sent the video for how to do it. So change all of your LinkedIn URLs to this so that when you post it on your CV, it's very easy to find. And if people
Yeah,
also
yeah.
look at you, it's easier to find. Okay?
Uh,
Yeah, no,
so
the thing that I was
actually,
thinking is that, for example, I shortened the URL.
URL.
And if I try to share it from laptop, it shows only like the name and the family name, as you said. But from the phone, whenever you try to take the link to share the profile, it gives the super long thing. I think that probably it's just something with LinkedIn, the devices.
A function with like sharing via mobile. That's fine. That's completely
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
As long as yes, in the CV it looks clean and easy to find. And yes, Georgia has added that it should be a clickable link. So when you put it on the CV, when the person clicks on it, it goes directly to your profile already because it saves time for the recruiter to not have to type and guess who you are among the 20 other people with the same name. All right? Okay, so back to my question earlier. So I wanted to know from Nayara, why did you connect with me? What purpose did you have, or what would you like to discuss in the future? Yes, safe. We can ask your question in just one moment. So I think Nayara isn't ready yet. And I saw that
Actually, I did as well, but I'm not sure why it's not showing because I follow you already. And actually, I noticed that you are alumni of ESC, and I'm very interested in doing masters there. So maybe you could give me some tips on how to do the best application possible.
So that's what you want to discuss with me. Okay, I don't know why I did not see you in the invited connections, but okay, we can talk later as well about that. Okay, so yes, the idea is that you have a purpose for trying to connect with a person. So it's not just, oh, my topics are this and that, these are my interests. It's what you want to connect with about that person. So networking, when you think about it, it's not about yourself. It's really about the spotlight is on the other person because there's something about them that interests you and you want to pursue further. And you want to discuss something with them further. I think you were trying to say something, Bianca.
No, that I was going to say that to Mia, that remember that the work is on how about the other person and what you want to spoke or known about that other person. So then you can use it to engage with them in a conversation or to generate an opportunity as an interview or just grab, like a digital coffee as well. It depends on what do you identify that you want to connect with the other person as well.
Okay. So now you have new connections from all over the world. So even when you travel, for example, You can get in touch with each other, or you can explore your common interests. So this is one of the advantages of having a career fair like today. Yes, Georgia has shared a simple example for how to connect with someone and use a note. So it's not just the simple act of asking to connect. It's including the reason why. So I'm impressed by your experience and your expertise in this industry. I believe that connecting with professionals like you can provide valuable insights. So do you remember when we talked earlier as well about this, when people actually like feeling recognized or feeling like they're in a way like a mentor. So when you reach out to them, include a note or include a reason for wanting to talk. And yes, it can sound very professional like this, and the person is more likely to respond to you rather than to say, hello, I would like to explore internship opportunities in your company. So the idea is to really talk about the person. You want to know more from this person. So that's the goal. All right. So always add a note as well when you try to connect with someone on LinkedIn. Great. So, okay, Bianca, I think we can move on to the Q&A part.
Yeah, as you were saying, Mia, guys, we just get to the end of our workshop. Mia and I am really are happy to be here to exchange with you guys our experience as well in the different aspects and sectors. So we just want to open this part too. If you know want have another questions, if you want to ask something specifically, if you want to share something new that you learned, we are really glad to open up this space before just closing. We really want to know you if you have any other questions.
Yes. So please use this time. Yes, Omar, you have a question?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for your time. We really had fun, first of all, and we had a lot of valuable insights. So my question is, there are so many digital tools and websites that provide coaching services and CV building tools. Do you recommend a specific website that have really professional coaches that could provide assistance to personalize CVs and provide advices especially for people like me with my case?
So actually, Omar, to be very honest with you, other than maybe some help on the layout of the CV, you really don't need you really don't need to hire extra coaching services for CV or LinkedIn. As Georgia is saying here, the school itself provides you with career coaching. So you can reach out to your career services department through Georgia to talk to her and get as well her insights and to get coaching from her. She also refers us as coaches as well to you. So other than using a layout maybe tool for your CV, you don't need anything else as long as you keep in mind everything that we discussed today. Okay? So thank you, Omar.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a couple more questions. Safe?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
How are you? I
I'm
just
good.
I just want to take this opportunity. Thank you for this beautiful meeting. I had a question actually, just regarding how I should lay out my CV and my account. So basically, I also play football just as Aram. We actually used to play together, and I don't know how should I lay out my CV? Because should I make it more like in a sporty way, or because I'm also trying to open opportunities and doors to other jobs, normal jobs, nothing also related to sports. So how can I contribute both these things to one CV? Because I'm trying to do like a lot of diversification.
So make a different CV depending on what it is you're exploring. So if you're exploring something more professional, then your CV layout should be very clean, very linear. It has the education, it has the experience, languages, etc. If you're looking for something, because if you're exploring something more sporty, then maybe it needs to have a certain touch or a certain design that communicates that. But as Bianca said earlier, the graphics don't make such a big impact. It's really how easily the information can be found and the richness of the content. It's the content. It's what you've been able to do. So even if your experience is in sports, then talk about that. Talk about how many years you were in training in football and so on, and that will give the recruiter an idea of how much of a team player you are, how goal oriented you are, and relate that in the paragraph that is about me. Talk about that and relate that to what you're looking for.
If I may put in Mia here and say a few things, because I can see who made that question. Was that Safe?
Yes.
Yes, it's me.
Right. So Safe, listen, we have many career coaches related to the field you're looking to go into. So what I would advise you, we also have a career coach from the sports industry, right? So what I would advise you is to go into the career portal and book firstly an appointment with me. Then we can review your CV together, and then based on the evaluation and after the session, I can refer you to the career coach who is usually taking over the students that are studying sports. Okay, there are some particular, I came to understand after having many conversations with that particular coach, that the sports industry, it has some particularities, let's say, in the sense that there needs to be some kind of volunteering work in several sports activities or events, and that will boost your candidacy, let's say, in future positions, internships, job roles, or whatever. So what I would advise you is, all of you, not just Safe here, to book an appointment with me. We can have as many as possible, but just to let you know that you can only have one with the career coaches. Is a service that we subsidize from Career Services. So we pay our external coaches. That's why you can only have one, because you are too many students, right? And we need to accommodate all of you. So Mia here is usually taking over some career coaches after my referrals, and we have a lot of career coaches to help you with, depending on your background and where you want to go, and on your needs, on your career needs. Also, another thing, because you've mentioned, I don't remember if it was you, Saif, or someone else here in the chat, you mentioned about templates. We have we have 2 or 3, I think 3 templates uploaded in the career portal. These templates can be found in the resources section. If you go to my document library, and there are some keywords there, you can write CV or resume or interviews or whatever you want. And there are several resources such as PDF documents, articles, webinars done by Bianca also here. So you can watch them at your own time. All these are YouTube links, and you can get a lot more than this first initial workshop that we did, these 4 different workshops that we did to help you advance and have a competitive advantage over your peers, right? So we want you to excel more than other students from other business schools or universities or colleges. So this is what we do for you. Okay, so we prepare, we do the research, we have several things for you. Just please go in to the resources and have a look what we have there for you. I think this is what I wanted to say. It was a bit longer than expected. So yeah, I don't want to take any more time. So yeah, please continue with questions if you have any.
Thank you so much, Georgia. So yes, please take advantage of what your school offers, even the assessments. Ask Georgia, get in touch with your career services department so that you can know what is out there that you can use. Okay. Aram, you have a question? I'm not sure if you raised your hand to ask a question or it was just an accident. Any other questions, guys? While we're here. Okay, last chance. All right.
Yes, I have a question. One question, please.
Please.
Yeah, when deciding where to apply and taking into consideration the headcount of a company, which headquarter do we apply to the headquarter, or do we apply for a specific region, or how things flow in high headcounts companies?
Okay, so in high headcount companies, the more specific you are, the better. So if, for example, it's a conglomerate, it's a big company with different divisions. So be clear about which division you are interested in, which location, and so on, and find the HR manager or the recruiter in that area, in that region. And that's who you try to connect with on LinkedIn or other people who work there. Look for them on LinkedIn, and as the example of Georgia, try to connect with them, send them a note, say, I would love to find out more about the company, how you got started here, and so on. And that's where you can find also a listing of what they have available. Okay, so.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for this beautiful day. Sorry I cut off throughout the day because I had work, but I rejoined now.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, anyone else would like to ask a question? All right. So if there are no more questions, well, you can also get in touch with Bianca and myself in the future. If some questions occur to you, you can get in touch with us via LinkedIn, or you can get in touch with us via email. And of course, for other questions on career services, please get in touch with Georgia and the Career Services Department of GBSB. So yeah, the idea is here, the goal should scare you a little, because that means that you are going outside of your comfort zone and you're trying for something more. But it needs to excite you a lot. And that's why you need to build your career around who you really are and what you really want. So with that, thank you so much, everyone, for your attention on this whole morning or this whole day. Thank you so much for your participation.
Yeah.
Also, we want to give thanks you to Georgia, always inviting us. This is our second year here to sharing our knowledge, our experience. So we're really happy to be here by the second year. So thanks, Georgia, again. And as already Mia mentioned, feel free to reach out if you have any other questions that probably it occurs to you when we finish the workshop. Really feel free to contact us through LinkedIn, also to contact through Georgia as well. We will really be happy to help you and to give you guidance or answer your questions as well.
But I also would like to say a few things. First of all, thank you, Mia and Bianca, so much for your invaluable knowledge, tips, and your dedication throughout this, the preparation of the workshops and the activities within it. And also, I'm really happy to see our students and their dedication in these workshops, in these 4 career workshops. And I want to believe that we have expanded your career options, we have enhanced your job search skills, we have explained the importance of personal branding and LinkedIn and CV, and that we help you understand a little bit more on how you can create your professional strategies, or at least to start working on developing a professional strategy. If you do not have one just yet, it's fine with that. We are still very young. And some of you are master students. That would be a little bit more maybe stressful, but bachelor students, you have a long way to go ahead. And also, I'm hoping that you have gained a better understanding of yourselves. Mia pointed out the importance of that and how that relates to the creation of a professional strategy. Just also to let you know that throughout the academic year, we will have more career development events, specifically designed for particular programs of study or more in general career development events, maybe also a CV workshop that I'm thinking that we can do in a more structured and in more in-depth way in the future. And remember that me and the department, we are by your side and we want to help you along the way. So please use us, even abuse us. This is what I usually say to the students. Okay. So that's all from me. I think it's also ready to start the closing. I don't know if anyone wants to add anything, to say, to express their thoughts. No? Oh, hard. Thank you so much for participating. Mia, Bianca, anything else to say?
Just thank you. Thank you so much, Georgia. Thank you, GBSB, for this opportunity. And thank you also to all of you students for allowing us to be part of your journey.
Yeah, thanks to you guys. We're really happy to be here, so feel free to contact us.
Yeah, hearts. I can see hearts. All right, guys, I'm closing this session and let's move on to the closing with the head of the department to say the final words. All right?
All right.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.